All right, now we're gonna try again. This time, I'm trying it from the Mentions app. All right, now we're trying from the Mentions app. And we will see if we can find, oh, this is gonna be way worse, isn't it? What's up, you guys? Still trying to get Machine Gun Kelly on. Yeah. Okay, I am in the, I switched apps. Maybe this will work. We'll try again. What's up, Colin? You're a Marine in Cali. We will be making our way to California on this North American tour. We'll be at, I don't know. I don't know what the date is. We'll be coming to LA, don't you worry. And you guys from India are, we know you're there. We know you're out there. You guys have been asking for a show for a long time, and we will, we'll get there. We don't have any plans yet, though, but we will get there. Chris Green, you love Invisible. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. And if Kels, if you're on, post a little text or something, like comment under the video so I can find you. Por favor. Just because I know I can, now that I'm in the Mentions app, I know I can add somebody, or I think I can add somebody. We'll find out. I'm tempted to add some of you guys, some of the fans in the chat. I'm sending a note. See if we can get our guy in this thing here. Oh, you saw that. React to Teens React to Linkin Park, and then I react to Teens React, and then Teens React to I react to Teens React. It's like the inception of reactions. Shit, that was funny. We could go on doing that forever, couldn't we? Cool, guys. We're gonna see if hello, Joey. Greetings. Welcome to this live broadcast, which so far has not been very exciting, but hopefully if we can get Kells on, it'll get more exciting. Will LP ever make a rap album? You just never know, you guys. You just never know. All right, hang on a second. Let me see if I can figure out how to find this guy. 1 second. Sorry. Sorry this is taking a minute, you guys. I'm gonna have to flip this thing upside down. Can I flip it upside down? Oh, I can't even do that. Damn. All right, I gotta hold it. Because I had to plug it in. Kels, if you're on, you gotta comment so I can add you to this thing. Otherwise, I can't find you. Otherwise, I can't find you. Oh, goodness, you guys. So, all right, so how soon we stop doing stuff with the Transformers films. Sometimes things end, you guys. Sometimes things come to an end. On the first thing, Sheridan Holmes loves the new album. Thank you, Sheridan. I don't know if Sheridan is a guy or a girl because I can't tell from your name and your picture is a dog. Trevor wants to know if we'll make more music that sounds like Hybrid Theory. I would have to say that that's not in the plan anytime soon, but I also don't, there's also an assumption out there that we're not going to make rock music, which is a really weird and kind of dumb assumption. That would be silly of us to not make rock music. We actually don't, the thing is, you guys, about genre in our band is that we don't go into the albums necessarily thinking about the genre. At least we didn't on this one, and even the last one so much. But the last one just kind of started, Hunting Party just started sounding really heavy and cool, and then this one, it was more about the lyrics and the concepts and stuff. You guys, if you've seen any of the interviews about it, then you already know that. Yeah, but just because one album sounds one way doesn't mean the next one will sound similar or different. That is just how it is for our band. And it's kind of not in a straight line, kind of just based on what we're excited about, interested in from album to album. There's some funny comments in here. Thank you, guys. "2000s beats." I don't know. I don't know what it means that our 2000s beats. Joshua Doubleday was Linkin Park says Linkin Park is what brought my wife and I together 10 years ago. That's pretty cool. So you guys both came to the show or something? Julian asks what our favorite song from the new album is. I have a few favorites. Right now my favorite, it's on and off, my favorite has been "Nobody Can Save Me." That's been a favorite of mine for a while. Kush asks if we have plans to come to India. We actually have a lot of fans in India who always ask if we're coming. And we'd love to do that. It's just a matter of, figuring out how to do it. Yeah. Can I shout Sabah? Can I shout out? Wait, no, who asked it? Whitney, can I shout out your 13-year-old? Hello, Gavin. Gavin is Whitney's son. She says he has blue hair and plays the guitar because of me. That's nice. Thank you. Kim, Linkin Park gets me through all the depression and anxiety. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. That's really nice. So yeah, we're going to be on tour in North America. You guys hang on one second with your questions while I check out, I get some of these tour dates in front of me. So we know you can go to linkinpark.com/events, and that's where all our tour dates are. linkinpark.com/events. The tour kicks off in Mansfield, Massachusetts on July 27th. And we play, the way this tour is set up, we got a couple shows with Blink-182. Those are co-headlining shows. We've got a lot of shows with Machine Gun Kelly. Kells is going to be on in a bit. They're trying to figure out their technical problems. 1OK Rock is coming from Japan and playing some shows with us. We got on the West Coast states, we got some shows with Snoop Dogg. One cool thing about this tour, and it's only on one show on the 28th in Flushing, New York. Wu-Tang is going to be on the bill. And at first we thought that the whole Wu-Tang Clan wasn't going to make it, and I was really bummed. And then we found out that all of the guys can make it. So Wu-Tang is on the bill for New York on the 28th. So if you are a big Wu-Tang fan like I am, then go to that show. Looks like I'm getting a text that says, looks like Kells is not going to be able to join the chat. I will stay on for a few minutes. Anyway, they're having technical problems. They said they can't, it's too complicated to explain in text, so we'll figure it out afterwards. But we'll have to take a rain check and have him come on later. What else is going on? What else is going on? Somebody asked about the, here's a fun thing. Let's do this. Somebody asked about the Corey Taylor comments on the, one of the rock publications interviewed him, and he's been a really, it's been surprising. Like, I know Chester and Corey are friends, and he was really supportive of the new record and said he loves it. And just to clear the air about that, whatever it is that the guys, that people think they're here. People hear because some of the rock publications are a little sensationalist. They're exaggerating a little bit. Chester made a comment about people. The line was that he was going to punch people in the fucking face. So there's that. But they twisted that into, he's specifically talking about trolls and like haters. And, whether that's talking about just regular fans or whatever, or it was talking about journalists, because we had been on the tour. We'd been on a promo tour for a long time. And, but he was aiming that comment at haters and trolls. And then all of a sudden, like, people are like posting, reposting, and printing it as if he was talking about our fans, like real fans. And That's just so stupid, you guys. You guys know that's ridiculous. Um, because the thing is, like, if you're a fan of the band and support the band, like, even if well, nobody over here is gonna be mad if you say, hey, this I'm a fan of the band, but like this album's not for me. That's like that's not gonna bother anybody. Um, it's when they start trolling and saying insulting things that are just just designed to be insulting and rude and mean. So yeah, so that's what that was all about. And he even laughed, like it even says in the original piece, like he laughs. Um, and then that got, the rock publications ran with that, and there's just so much clickbait when it comes to that nonsense. Like they're just writing all kinds of like really clicky, silly stuff. And then, it went on and it kind of died out. And then I even saw somebody try and make it look like one of our shows that that the audience was like, they said hostile, that like the Hellfest, I think it was the Hellfest audience was hostile. Like everybody who was there knows that crowd was not hostile. That crowd was amazing. We had the best time. We had an awesome show. There was some dude that threw something. There was like one guy who threw something from far away towards the stage when Chester was like towards on the little runway thing, and somebody had a video of that. But that crowd, we had a great time with that crowd. That crowd was the farthest thing from hostile. And it was a great show. So don't believe the hype, you guys. You see these clickbait, goofy, rock publications trying to make a big deal out of something that does not exist. That's just not true. I mean, of course, with any of our albums, you guys know, since like 1,000 Suns, since Minutes to Midnight, like we've been putting out albums that people that are challenging for us to make, but also challenging for the fans. And not everybody's going to love them. And that's, and I think most, like this week, Corey Taylor made a comment about, Chester Chester in particular, like sticking to his guns. Like we don't not play our new stuff when we go and play right after Slayer on a metal tour, just the same as we wouldn't not play our heavy stuff when we go play a pop show. Like that's how we work. We are Linkin Park every time. And we've played shows where there were pop artists. We played this iHeartRadio thing that it was like the other artists on the bill, like Pitbull and Taylor Swift were on the bill. And we went up there and played, we played One Step Closer and we played Faint and all that stuff. So don't get it twisted, you guys. It goes both ways. And the band is always the band, and we stick to our guns. Keeping in mind, though, also that this is, right now, the cycle is about One More Light. And so we're playing those songs more right now because that's the album we just made and we love it. Julie's comment right there, fake news, trolls. That's what's really going on, you guys. So just, I don't tweet about it. I don't post about it. It's just because it's like, don't feed that fire. If you guys are super mad about it, then go let them know you're super mad about it. But I am not going to dig into all that stuff. It's not worth it. And if you don't, by the way, if you love the album, fantastic. I'm glad you love the album. Come to the show, sing the songs, support the album. It's great. We obviously love that. And if it's not your cup of tea and you're just a Linkin Park fan and this is an album that you're not into, like, cool, skip it and stick around. Like, we're going to make, the next album isn't going to sound just like this one. It might not sound like anything else we've made. That's just that for people that have been around us for a while, you know that. So anyway, I think that I hope I answered some questions on that. I hope that makes sense. And by the way, like, just for the record, like, Chester was really upset when he was reading all that stuff, and he even tweeted about it. And the funniest part was that the rock magazines, they like covered that, what he originally said, twisted it to make it sound really nasty, to like he was insulting and hating on our fans. And then when he actually tweeted about it, like, hey, like, you know, I apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings. I forget how he actually said it. He's like, I was just, you know, I really love our songs, and I'm an emotional person, and so on. And none of those publications picked those comments up, right? They're only going to tweet and post news about their shit. But then when he actually responds to it himself, they don't even repeat that. That's just so goofy. I think that's really irresponsible. Khalil loves it. Loves a new album. Thank you. So yeah, so let's talk about this tour real quick, and then I'm gonna go. Let's see. It kicks off on the 27th in Massachusetts, Mansfield, Boston area. We do a couple shows with Blink. We do that one with Wu-Tang, MGK and Blink in New York on the 28th. We do the co-headliner with Blink and Machine Gun Kelly on the 30th in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And then slowly make our way south and to the Midwest, and then eventually on the West Coast. The shows through October 22 are on our site. It's linkinpark.com/events. We're going to be out near you. We're playing. It's a long tour, so we make our way. I've got Virginia, Connecticut, Michigan. We're up in Canada, in Ontario and Quebec. We're in Toronto and Montreal, Cincinnati, Ohio, Illinois, St. Paul, Charlotte, Tampa, West Palm Beach, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Oklahoma City, Denver, Phoenix, Lake Tahoe, Las Vegas, Seattle, Vancouver, Fresno, San Jose, San Diego, and LA. So for all of you guys in those cities or with access, fly out there, drive out there, come see a show. MGK is on most of these shows. We've got a couple of them with Snoop Dogg on the West Coast and in Vancouver. Those will be with Snoop. And we haven't actually toured with Snoop in a super long time. I think it was like 10 years ago. It was like might have been Project Revolution we did with Snoop. It's funny too, because the last time that tour that we did with Snoop before, Brad had he had a lot of hair. He had like a little fro, and he went over to Snoop's dressing room, and Snoop had a hairstylist out with him at the time, and her name was Queen Bee. And Queen Bee, I don't know how the conversation went down, but she eventually ended up giving Brad cornrows, like braiding all his hair back. And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like Brad, first of all, he couldn't even hang. Like it was so itchy that he had to pull it. He pulled it out that night. I wish he hadn't have done that, because we didn't really get that many pictures of it. I was looking at my computer. I couldn't even find any pictures of it, but I know they're out there somewhere. If you've got a picture of Brad from whatever it was, like if it was our YouTube page or something, where there's a still of him with the cornrows, tweet that at me so I can see it. Show you, maybe I'll retweet you, and we'll show everybody that image. But that was like such a funny, memorable moment on that tour. That was back in like 2007 or something. So it was like 10 years ago. And yeah, so we've been playing a couple shows with Snoop, a lot of shows with MGK. We'll get back with MGK here on Facebook Live in a while. And I don't know. Yeah, we don't have it yet. We'll figure out another time to talk to you guys. We're having a ton of fun in the shows. The shows are all really great. You guys are coming. You're singing all the songs, old stuff, new stuff. Everybody who's in the chat right now, if you've been to a show this tour, I just feel like the guys are killing it. They're all having the best time, and Chester's singing like a maniac. Like I haven't heard him sound better. He sounds great, and everybody's playing great. So yeah, hope you guys can make it to a show. I'm gonna take off because we do have a show tonight here in Europe, and we will reconvene here on the live, on Facebook Live, to talk more with you guys. Okay? See ya. Thank you. Bye.